Rockstar Gang, what up? What up? Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound that like button, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Yeah, big news today already coming out. You know, you got Stephon Diggs signing with the New England Patriots, got Russell Wilson going to New York. I mean, we saw that coming from. I mean, I saw. I didn't see the Stephon Diggs going to Patriots, and I didn't see. I did kind of see Russell Wilson going to New York, so it made sense. I mean, where was really Russell gonna go? Where was he gonna go? To be exact, was he gonna go to the Vikings? No. So, but Diggs to the Patriots, good for them. The problem is with the Patriots, they've got to deal with his drama queen ass. So, I mean, listen, if he can just shut the fuck up and not be a locker room killer, he'll ball out. I'm just waiting for Carolina at this point to give me that notification. I'm waiting for that notification that says Carolina Panthers have signed Julian Blackmon. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that notification. Okay. Or Carolina Panthers, you know, actually J Pup, any of the honestly, I hope it's Blackmon out of those guys. Honestly. So that means that I know that they're just gonna draft like what, one safety, maybe two. I doubt they'll draft two now. If they get Blackmon, they won't draft two safeties. I don't see that being the case. Because I think Damani Richardson did enough to be a backup. Marcos Cash comes in and says, "What's up, Panther Nation? Subscribe for the latest news and updates and analysts." There's really not much latest news and updates for the Carolina Panthers right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I haven't really been doing any news upon them. I mean, there really hasn't. There really hasn't been much news besides the last visit with Julian Blackmon and Marcus Williams. So I do need to give y'all an update. We do need to do some updates. I do need to give you an update on the salary cap and stuff like that. But other than that, man, the draft is what, a month away now? So, you know, I'm trying to get all these prospects in. Again, guys, if you guys want to I think the next guy we're going to do is James Pierce Jr. I think that's going to be the next one. If you go to the post that I posted in the community section and you give me, you can only comment one player. So the only reason why I did Nick Emmanwori today was because there was nobody in there until 10 minutes before this live stream that they commented James Pierce Jr. And I said the person with the most comment, the most commented player I was going to do. But it ended up, because Nick Emmanwori was the first person that got commented, we did Nick Emmanwori, and I wasn't about to change it over to James Pierce Jr. last minute. So, because then I would have had to make a whole new thumbnail, had to make a whole new, my little I guess you could call it a overlay. I would have had to make a new overlay. So I'm like, nah, we ain't doing all that. So I appreciate everyone joining. Appreciate everyone being here. Rolly was good. Rock was good. Again, J Pop, thank you for joining. Eric Blair, as always, thank you. All right, so we're gonna get a Nick Emmanwori. All right. For those of you that don't know who Nick Emmanwori is, here's a little bit of a background for you. Okay. South Carolina, University of South Carolina player. His role is mainly in the man zone slot. He can play, or he can play nickel safety. Okay. Ran a 4.38, had a hell of a combine. I mean, he had one of the best combines from that defensive back standpoint. I don't know how long. He had a great combine. Put his measurables which I'm going to pull up real quick. We're going to pull up Nick Emmanwori's measurables. He was getting a lot of comparisons to I want to say it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Derwin James. Derwin James. I'm trying to see if maybe they have that comparison of Derwin James. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if they have it. That pick, like the comparison to Derwin James. Somewhere here. All right, never mind. They don't have it. That's fine. But anyways, Derwin, he's got his measurables have gotten compared to Derwin James. I mean, we would go look at his. I mean, this is just from the combine itself. Let me share this screen. Skibby, go lay down. You're okay. All right, so Derwin or Nick Emmanwori, hand size 9, arm length 32.5, 6 foot. He's probably, I don't know if he's, I guess he is. Is he really 6'3"? Yeah, he's 6'3". Shoot, 220 pounds. A 43-inch vertical. I mean, 11.6 broad jump. 4.38 40. I mean, and then the rest is history. I mean, Jesus, man. So, but his measurables from a standpoint of size and strength and speed, it got compared to Derwin James. I wish I could find that photograph of that, but you know, it is what it is. Now, actually, I want to share the screen this way. I just want the entire screen. There we go, because it makes it easier for me to transition over. All right, now let's move on over to the game film. I mean, he had a good game against LSU, and he had a good game against A&M. Honestly, he had a good game in all these games. Actually, let's go. I would say let's see from a PFF standpoint which one was his best game. I want to say it's actually, let's just go to the big board. Let's go by safeties. Bama was okay. LSU, he had a good game in LSU. Missouri, I thought he had a good game in I thought he had a good game in all these games that we're showing. What's the other one? Missouri. All right, let's do Missouri then. There's more tape of him on the A&M. All right, so this is what you're getting. He's now projected a first round of mid. All right, he's projected to the first round mid, maybe early second now, but I mean it depends on how this board's gonna fall, right? A lot of people have him above Malachi Starks, but some people also have him around. Actually have him behind. Yeah, so some people have Malachi Starks ahead of him. Some people have Nick Emmanwori ahead of him. From a board standpoint, you got a coverage grade of 86.8. You got a run defense 73.3. You got a missed tackle rate very low. Force incompletion rate needs to get a little bit better. On the run tackle needs to be a little bit better. Had 4 picks last year. Only 7 missed tackles, but a total of 73. 17 of them were assisted. All right. He gets a lot of comparisons to, I would say, like a Lewis Klein or Jaquan Brisker, for example. Or even like a Kyle Hamilton. I would say it's more he's definitely more on the side of a Lewis Sign, in my opinion, than he is a Kyle Hamilton. I mean, so he's from Irmo, South Carolina, played at high school there. That's one of the nation, and he was one of the nation's top prospects. And that's obviously it's nothing short than remarkable. He was only a 3-star recruit, which I was surprised that he was that low coming out of Irmo. And when he stepped on, and when I saw this guy get recruited to South Carolina, um, I didn't really know what to expect, but when I saw his measurables, I was like, man, this guy could step onto this field here at South Carolina and really prove something to us here. So, and he wasted no time to do that, right? He making his mark, forced it into action. So I'll say this: he was automatically, and that's a good thing about him. He's versatile. Line him up in the lined him up in a lot. He's a hybrid guy. Let's be honest with you, okay? Right now, the thing that sucks to about him was that he got forced into action as a freshman due to injury. Now, it's not a bad thing, right? It was in the season opener. I mean, and Emmanwori turned what could have been a territory role into a dominant 3-year career, right, ladies and gentlemen? So, um, he's done himself. I mean, in 37 games. I mean, literally, oops. Okay, sorry about that. Took off my whoops. Took off the game film for us. Sorry about that. There we go. But anyways, 36 games, 37 games as a starter, compiled over 244 tackles in his career, 6 interceptions. He is definitely one of the most feared defenders in this game. Like his junior year, this last year, he definitely submitted himself as a top draft prospect, which that's obviously earned him a unanimous um, first team all SEC honors, 4 interceptions, 2 pick sixes that he showcased. Really should have. I'm pretty sure he should have had another one. I think it was the one in LSU. He would have had more pick sixes, but they brought it back to a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. But another thing is the reason why he's so good, and that's why they use him, because he's a former linebacker out of high school, right? And I'm not kidding you when I tell you this. At Irmo High School, you can go look this up. He racked up to over 232 tackles in a single season in high school. So he brings that physicality, the intelligence to the field. And you can see that just from watching some of this game film. We finally got rid of Ian Thomas. Yes, that he is finally gone, ladies and gentlemen. That is one guy we do not have to worry about. That is one guy we don't have to worry about anymore. I hope we trade him. I could just make this full screen for you guys and then take that overlay down. We could do this. Is this better? Should I move myself? I wonder if I should just put myself down here in this bottom right left-hand corner. If we take him, we need to trade back to 18 to 24. Well, we'll definitely do a mock draft with him here, obviously. Let me see how big I can make myself. Let me see how this. That's too much. That is too much bigness. That's too big. Really, I don't need to make this. I need to make this a one-person screen. There we go. I'd rather make it like that. And then save this. That should be better. But I'll bring back my stuff up once we get back to the other screen. So let's talk about his strengths real quick. Got a lot of strengths here. From my scout, and this is just from my scouting report. When you watch this tape, as we're watching here, man, you're talking about a guy who plays. I mean, again, he can play in the slot, right? He can play a man zone slot, and he can play a nickel safety for you. But he's versatile. He can get in the box, right? Um, I mean, he's got a linebacker's frame, and he's got the corner speed to go along with it. That's the thing, right? Like, that's what makes him such a big matchup problem for an offense, right? Downhill runner, right? He plays with bad intentions and run support. I mean, he's coming to take your shit off. All right. Consistently delivering big hits, right? Setting a physical tone. That's what he does. What game? Weren't we just watching a different game? What game is this? Is this the A&M game? Let's go to a different one. Let's go against the LSU game. Let's go LSU for a little bit. Another thing is tackle machine. Like, he's an elite tackler. Radius, explosiveness, closing burst. As you can watch him, look at it. It comes down, makes that tackle. Oh, that wasn't him. Sorry. Here he is out there at the outside, covering the tight end. See if we can get a good tackle here from him. There he is up there, lined up with Mason, going against Mason Taylor. Here he goes again. That was a pick six. Due to Kyle Kennard making that play right there. Here he is up at the top of the screen here. What's up, Panther boy? Appreciate you joining, man. Another thing is with him too, man coverage asset. Like, his length, athleticism can handle tight ends. Like, and bigger receivers in man coverage. Like, very good. High football IQ. He can diagnose plays quickly. Particularly screens and mixed directions is where he kind of like can. I mean, he can point them out, right? He often blows up plays before they develop and that kind of thing. Ball skills, tracks the ball very well, especially in coverage. I think his biggest thing is he has that knack of just like making these game-changing plays when you watch him play, right? Ball skills, tracks the ball well, coverage, like I said. But another guy, use him in special teams, right? When you got a guy like that with his size, his speed, right? Tackling ability, like, that's what makes him an immediate contributor across all special team units. Okay. Now, where he does lack is some things is that he does. I mean, every player has its weaknesses. I say from a standpoint, he's over aggressive at times. What I mean by that is when he attacks downhill too aggressively, he bites on fakes and it takes him out of the play, basically. Right. So he just kind of takes himself out of the play. Hip fluidity, again, you got great hip movement. His high cut frame can limit his ability to flip his hips smoothly against shifty route runners. So he's got to get better with that. work on some technique at the point of attack, especially like the catch point, instead of really relying on purely of his athleticism. Sometimes he just thinks that he could just be, you know, over physical. Zone discipline. I think occasionally he gets caught watching the quarterback and loses track of the crossing routes, right? And I think another thing is change of direction. Like his straight line speed, absolutely elite, but his lateral agility, I think, needs to be worked on a little bit, right? I think it definitely needs to be worked on. Like, listen, I think Nick Emmanwori is built for today's NFL, ladies and gentlemen. I think a hybrid defender with the speed to cover and the physicality to punish, that's all there. His ability to match up against tight ends, all there. Support the run, there. Um, that's just all those things. I mean, he can deliver highlight reels for you, and that's what makes him, I think, an immediate impact player. You know, you picture Cam Chancellor with better man coverage skills. Maybe that might be overhyping a little bit. Maybe it's not. But in my opinion, that's who he kind of compares me of. Like, I know his measurables are Derwin James, but I see a lot of Cam Chancellor in him. Okay. I think for Evero as a defensive coordinator, I don't know if he runs I wouldn't say it's a heavy quarter scheme. Maybe I think he runs a little bit of that, but I think for a guy like Evero could use him. I think Evero would be a guy that would want this guy on his team and should be all over him, right? Because you can utilize him in a role that allows him to mix man coverage, box safety responsibilities, blitz opportunities. Like his zone awareness, again, I think needs polished. But when you look at him on his take, his instincts, athleticism does suggest a high ceiling, I think, as he develops. I mean, it's as the NFL, because in the NFL, they lean more towards now those hybrid defenders who can, counter speed offenses. Emmanwori, I think, fits the mold perfectly. Like, if he wants to land with a creative defensive staff, again, I think they're going to be willing. You can maximize his versatility. And I think he could be an absolute Pro Bowl caliber type of player, really sooner rather than later, right? I mean, the bottom line is you can say this. I think his upside, he's got a high upside. Some people say he's a high risk prospect because he's got a lot of raw physical traits, giving him a NFL ceiling. But I think he's definitely well worth the risk at the end of the day. It just depends. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be an impact player sooner rather than later. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But see if we got some more clips here. See where he's at. Where was he at on this play? I didn't see it. Okay, he was on the other side of the field. There he is up at the top. Oh, he tripped there. Line up on the outside. Okay. All right, let's get into a mock draft for a little bit here. And again, guys, leave a comment in the community section. If there is a guy that you really want to watch and break down, give you some insight on, feel free to leave a comment, send a super chat. You can also send me a Venmo, Cash App if you want as well. However you want to do it. It's fine by me. Let's bring this back up. Where's my overlay? There we go. All right. Let's do it. All right, we got to make sure we get Nick Emmanwori in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's break it down. What's up, Zach? Appreciate you joining, man. Guys, make sure you do me a favor before we get into this mock draft. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. It goes a long way. All right. All right, let's dive right into this mock draft, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't we? Let's start off there. See what we got. All right. So we got to get Nick Emmanwori. There's no trade backs here, huh? So they're gonna force me to trade back. Let's see how. I think the Broncos. I saw them try to trade with me in the last draft. All right, where do they have? First off, let's see where they have Nick Emmanwori on this board. All right, they have him as 45, but we could go as early as 34. So we need to find someone with an early. We need to trade back and see who's got an early second round pick that we possibly could get from them. But it depends on how far we go back. Seattle's not going to do it. Denver's not going to do it. Steelers, no. No. Most of the early, I'm assuming most of the early second round picks are going to be up at the top. It might still need to be Seattle at this point. Chargers may trade up for a tight end, possibly. Might still need to be something like this, like we did yesterday. I think this is what we did sort of like yesterday. Yeah. Let's see if that works. See if we can get him. I mean, he's not going to go. He's not going to go early. I don't know how much earlier he's going to go. I might be able to get him. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can. So my first pick here, let's just hope he falls to that 50. It might be a tough spot to get him. If I'm going with this pick here, give me James Pierce Jr. We'll go JPJ first here. Let's just hope that he doesn't fall. Let's see. All right. Oh, did I only do one round? Shit. That's my fault. Chat. That is my fault. My bad. My bad. My bad. I thought this thing was about to cook, honestly. All right, let's try this again. I always give some public the love. All right, let's stop there. Now I gotta get my team. Here we go. All right, let's do this. All right, let's trade back. I don't like LA there. We could go with this. Maybe go 8, 47. I can see something like that. They're not going to give me 78. 115 I can see. I think 152 is fair. All right, we'll do that instead. See if we can. All right, so we're going to take James Pierce Jr. again. Let's stick with that. Now let's just hope that he falls. It's gonna be tough to get him in this mock. Yeah, see, I mean, he immediately, where did he go? It's gonna be tough to get him in this mock, man, unless we get somehow. I mean, he went at 36. He went at 36. There's no way. Marcos, what's good, man? We're trying to get Nick Emmanwori in our draft. We're gonna have to. We might have to like reset 1,000 times. Let's see. Let's see. We need this pick. We need this pick. I don't need the 5th. I just need the 6th. Or 36th. That's a good idea. All right, so to get this, I think we're gonna have to do that. Zach, you're right. All right, so let's start the draft. I think the best bet to trade back is gonna be with neither one of those teams. I'm probably gonna take Seattle. Go here here for 8. Okay. Now I'm gonna trade. Give me that 34. I bet you they would do that. So you give me the 34. All right, and I got that 82 for them. I give you a 57 and 82. All right, we might be able to make this work to get Nick Emmanwori in the draft. And we still got a 2nd round pick, and we actually still have 2 2nd round picks and still have a 3rd. So we're good. All right, so that means that we're gonna go James Pierce Jr. here. Now let's see if he falls. Did he go again? Please don't tell me he went. All right. Oh yeah, we made it work, baby. There we go. All right, we're taking Nick Emmanwori there. There we go. All right, so that worked out. So now we can get 50 here. So we went James Pierce Jr., Nick Emmanwori. I mean, that would be filthy. That would be filthy McNasty. I don't know about you guys. I like that. All right, let's keep going here. Let's go to wide receivers. We got Jaden Higgins. We should just look at corners. Could take Darian Porter here, which would be kind of filthy as well. Who else we got? Defensive line, Shamar Turner. I'm hoping CJ West actually falls at 74. And I might try to see that, or Alfred Collins falls at 74. It only took 2 tries to get him right, Zach. I know. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm thinking maybe I go Darian Porter here. Linebackers. I'm not taking Demetrius Knight. We already took him before. I'm going to hold off on Jaden Higgins. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Darian Porter here. I like that. Now, that sucked. Well, what? Hold on. What's the D line? Yeah, they both went. Not taking Joshua Farmer. Let's see who falls at 111. Probably going to take Pegas. All right, let's do. We took Ozzy last night. I mean, I'm not taking Terrence Ferguson. What's good, Earl? Guys, you just joined it in. You just missed out on the breakdown of Nick Emmanwori, but it's all good. You can always go back and watch it. I'm going to take a stretch here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking Jalen Noel, one of my favorite wide receivers in this draft, besides Emeka Egbuka. taking Jalen Noel, even though they have him ranked way too low. All right. So let's see. We got James Pierre, JPJ, Nick Emmanwori, and Darian Porter. All right. Let's look at the defensive line. I like JJ Pegas a lot. Again, a big fan. Don't mind Peebles at all. Big body, great run defender. Measurables are a little bit off. That's where I think a lot of people are staying off of him. You know, when you're 6'1" and you're what, 290? Yeah. I mean, that's where, and they even said his measurers don't do him any favors. So, and he's sub 10th percentile. But I mean, other than that, physical, 3-star recruit, I think. Yep, 3-star recruit committed. I just don't think Peebles is the right move there. Jameer Caldwell is not bad. I wouldn't be opposed to getting him. Again, a big body. Could be a nose tackle, right? I mean, he's got the size to be a nose tackle. Could be Jameer Caldwell here. Wouldn't be opposed to that either. Or maybe I'll get him at 114. Maybe we can look at. We do got safety here, but do we really need to get another safety? No. I don't think we really need to get another safety. We already got our corner here. Could take a linebacker, wouldn't hurt. Jeffrey Bossa's not bad. Not my favorite. What did PFF put him? Bossa is a intriguing. What did they put him? I just want to see what they said about him. I mean, I have an idea about him, but yeah, we'll move on from him. I'll wait for a linebacker later on. I mean, honestly, the linebackers. If we're looking at linebackers, I honestly think Cody Simon, Cody Lindenberg, and Danny Stutzman, and Teddy Buchan are all better than Jeffrey Bossa, Barrett Carter, Jack Kaiser, and Kobe King. I think all these guys, measurable wise, stats are probably better too. I don't know why they're getting more love. I think PFF needs to fix their linebacker rankings. That's just me. Gunnar Helm isn't a bad move here. Have two Texas tight ends together. Let's take Gunnar Helm. And then let's take at one. Let's take JJ Pegas. So we got that D line. We got our wide receiver tight end. All right, what are we looking at here at 140? Already got a wide receiver. Already got a wide receiver. I'll call her back. I will call her back. Give me a second here. Let's see if we got anything good. I think I do like Brashard Smith. I think we went him last time, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody interior? No. Let's see what else. edge. I don't think we. I mean, we can always get an extra edge rusher. Wouldn't hurt. Yeah. Mhm. 6'3", 271. Day 3 prospect. Okay. Day 3 prospect. I already got a tight end, so I don't need another one. Damn, he had one game. What happened to him? I don't know. Let's go. Pretty sure we had a 30-day visit with this guy. I like. Let's go with it. I mean, we could get an extra edge here. I mean, I feel like I feel like I need a predecessor for Taylor Moton. I need a running back. I need a linebacker. Maybe I get another safety. What other safeties are available right now? So what if I go a different route here? All right, so I get an extra edge rusher here. And then I don't know if I took Jaquez Hunter last night or not. Do we have any offensive tackles here? Not really, no. Okay, that's fine. So we'll take Jarquez Hunter as a running back. So we took Ahmed Hassan, then all right, get Bowman. Let's see where we're at now. Maybe go safety here. Okay, this is where I'll take Upton Stout, which I'm completely fine with. Completely fine with that. I'll take Upton Stout here. And I think I took a linebacker at the end last night, but that's okay. Which is fine. I'm going to take my guy. I think Jalen Walker. We'll take my guy Jalen Walker here at the end. We'll take my guy Jalen Walker here at the end, and we'll round that mock draft out and this breakdown of Nick Emmanwori. So we got a first round, second, third. Bam. James Pierce Jr. Got the second traded up. Got him. Got Nick Emmanwori, Darian Porter, Jalen Noel. They even gave me a B for that for taking him that early. Gunnar Helm, JJ Pegas. Got a nice little A there at the end with the Ahmed pick. Jaquez Hunter, Upton Stout, Jalen Walker, B Mott plus. Not bad. Not bad. It's getting fun doing these breakdowns with you guys and then doing a nice little mock draft at the end. Maybe tomorrow we'll switch it up. We'll talk more about what is maybe we'll I do need to do a breakdown of the cap space, see where we're at. Also, I'd like to talk more about Julian Blackman and possibly him joining this team or Marcus Williams breaking both of those guys down. So maybe we'll look into them. Other than that, guys, of course, as always, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. It goes a long way. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss any new content. Also, follow me on all my social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. Also, shout out to BetUS, sponsorship of this live stream as always. Sign up for free today. Get 125% bonus up on your first bet up to $2,000. All right. Other than that, guys, appreciate y'all. As always, love you guys. Be safe. And as always, keep pounding. I'm out. Peace.